We are back with episode 2 of this awesome show called Corner Booth Sports. Today, we're doing our Super Bowl review and reactions. And we're going to start it off big by saying, holy crap, that was a bummy Super Bowl. Anybody want to speak on that, please?
All I want to say is my prediction was the closest to hitting. I said 31-27. Score was 29-13.
What was your reaction or your prediction?
31-27.
What was your prediction?
It was, I believe it was 38-12.
That's right. And yours was like 58-12 or
No,
something.
no, no.
48.
Mine was 29-14. I was only off by
No,
one.
no, you
And
said
what's-
48.
And what sucked was I had the kicker as the MVP, and they didn't let that happen. I don't know why.
I had the Patriots 24-14, which obviously, hey, they scored 14.
They scored 19, actually.
Or 19.
Or 13, excuse me.
Oh, yeah.
29-13.
Yeah, because they
was
went
the
for 2
final
and they did not.
Yeah, which I did say would happen, by the way. I did say they would go for 2. And
I stopped watching towards the end just because it was really bad.
Yeah, we just start living
Great
life
Super
at
Bowl
that
parties
point.
all around. I won't lie about that. I had fun time with the guys, but the game as a whole, from start to finish, I would have to say it was just a rough watch.
And, you know, shout out to the people that make the Super Bowl party snacks, man. I had a
Yes.
great rack of ribs this weekend.
Shout out Papa John's.
Yeah, we had
Shout out Papa
and
John's, Pizza Joe's.
Sponsor us.
A good week. But we'll start off first with big thing, MVP Kenneth Walker. How are y'all feeling about that?
He was that offense in the first half of the
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, I think it was obviously well deserved. JSN nowhere to be found. I mean, he was also hurt. He did get hurt throughout the game, but Kenneth Walker 135. I think it's all-purpose yards, right? Not just rushing yards. It's
Yep,
all-purpose
it was
yards.
all-purpose.
And then had 27 carries. Was Zach Charbonnet out? We should have known that he was going to touch the ball a lot. But yeah, he was freaking going at it. I think his longest rush was 30 yards, maybe. But yeah, Kenneth Walker has been a dog all season, and obviously in the Super Bowl led them to the win.
He also should have had a touchdown.
Yeah, I was just
Right.
about to say
Holding
that
call.
sucked. He ripped
Yeah,
off
it
that
came-
about 42
came
yard.
back.
Yeah.
But
And then the center was holding.
I figured in the first half, if they were going to win, it was going to be because of him. His first 7 carries, he had 75 yards, which is like average of like 10.7 or something like that.
You know, shout out to the O-line. If you could give Super Bowl MVP to
Oh,
anybody,
yeah,
I think
I
it should be the offensive line.
yeah, I agree.
Oh, yeah, they played their heart out.
They did. Even in Anthony Bradford, who was mid.
Super Bowl MVP was their kicker. He scored 15 of their points.
17.
17.
That's even worse for me to say. 17 points, broke records, and what? Why did he get no votes?
Yeah.
Hell, even the punter should have gotten
I was
MVP.
just about to say the punter should have gotten the
had,
MVP.
did you see that? First Australian punter in the Super Bowl / first rugby player ever to be in a Super Bowl. And, well, not rugby kicker, let me say that.
Yeah.
But, like, putting every kick was within the, 14-yard line to the end zone?
The one that he punted that should have been received, and he just let it drop in the back of the end or to the 1 yard line, was kind of diabolical. I don't know, because he could have returned it. Instead, he let it go, thinking it was going to be a touchback, and it ended up being dropped right at the 1. But yeah, I mean, great punting, great kicking. I don't know if you heard that.
Yo.
We'll
but-
keep that in.
Yeah. But yeah, it says 5 field goals, long of 41, 17 total points. That's the Chris Boswell performance right there, if I've ever seen it.
What game? Bengals, Steelers.
Well, last year, not like this past year, but
Chiefs,
it was the
Steelers.
first game of the season with the Falcons, and the Ravens at Pittsburgh was straight. We won by straight field goals.
He kicked 4 total field goals, and we won all of them.
Yeah.
But the thing was, again, shout out to the punter, man. 3 absolute dimes within the 10-yard line.
Insane.
Even New England's punter, man, was booting them all.
Yeah,
Seattle started almost every drive from the 10-yard line.
And he was putting every single time too, which was. We saw the Patriots put up a Steelers game last night, bro.
Patriots. It was Steelers versus Texans.
Steelers trap game.
It was rough. Scroll down real fast to the. Let's hear all the stats. Drake May, 27 for 43, 295 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 1 fumble. That doesn't even. Do we have the sacks up there?
We do. It was right
they-
there. There was
yeah,
6 total sacks.
6 total
Sacks.
sacks.
It was technically the second interception could have been also
Yeah.
counted as a sack, which would have broken the Super Bowl record for most sacks in a game.
Yeah, and there was 2 Seahawks defenders with I think 2 sacks. I didn't put that on the thing, but yeah, there's 2 Seahawks defenders with 2 sacks. Will Campbell was getting bullied, nowhere to be found, as I put on the thing. But Drake May did throw for almost 300 passing yards, but that kind of came towards the end whenever they were like rushing to get downfield. But yeah, two interceptions and a fumble and getting sacked 6 times is not going to win you a game, let alone a Super Bowl.
Hey, can we talk about Christian Gonzalez's performance, by the way?
Yeah, really.
He put JSN in a jail cell.
He was the only one who came to play.
And Shaheed.
And Shaheed, correct.
I can think of 2 plays. Third quarter, still at that point, still a close game. At their end zone, has it in his hands, just falls down and drops
Oh,
it. He was
Gonzo?
he was so close. 2 interceptions, which would have
And then-
completely changed the game.
And then the one play whenever Darnold threw a bomb to Shaheed and he came up like Odell and broke it up because that would have been a freaking
Cooper
touchdown.
Kupp, when Cooper Kupp came over the middle, he was right there waiting for him. That was when JSN had been hurt, so Cooper Kupp was considered the wide receiver 1.
Yeah, it seems like Christian Gonzalez was the only one who came to play for the Patriots. I mean, the rushing game for the Patriots sucked. Ramondre Stevenson had more receiving yards than he had rushing yards.
Yeah.
And then Travion Henderson, every time he got the ball handed off, he was getting stuffed in the backfield. So
Did anybody see the Ramondre Stevenson hurdle down the sideline?
yeah, I did.
That was
I did.
that was
fun.
beautiful.
But
But
yeah, Ramondre Stevenson looking like a receiver out there last night.
makes me sick to my stomach to know we traded away Christian Gonzalez for Broderick Jones.
And Roger Jones was hurt all year, basically.
Yep. And the third string left tackle outperformed him at the end of the year.
And then wide receiver 1, Stephon Diggs, 37 yards, 3 receptions, didn't really show up, but they were also putting him in a jail cell as well. But yeah, I don't know. Demario Douglas, 45 receiving yards, 5 receptions. He had a decent game. And then Hannibal Lecter himself, Matt Collins, 78 yards, 4 receptions, and a touchdown.
You know what they say? If you can't beat the Buffalo Bills, you might as well sign all their old wide receivers. And that's exactly what the Patriots did. Because these guys helped develop, well, not Matt Collins. Mal Collins came at the MVP Allen. But Diggs obviously helped build Josh Allen to be who he is.
Yeah.
So why not go get the same guy that did that and do it for Drake May? So if you can't beat them, you might as well just steal every single one of their players.
My biggest fear right now, I'm not seeing it yet, but the inklings of comparisons that Drake May's going down with Josh Allen. I'm not saying that we might see close playoffs with them, but might not see a Super Bowl.
I think it's more like Burrow, honestly. Burrow's only been to the AFC Championship 2 times. Once was when they went to the Super Bowl, and the second was the one they lost to Kansas City because the dude hit Mahomes out of bounds.
Oh, I remember
But
that. Yeah.
Burrow has yet to be back to the Super Bowl since.
Can we go up to the Seahawks stats real
Yes,
quick?
we
We
can.
can talk about those.
He's also been hurt majority of the years, though.
But that's what Drake May's on, getting sacked like Burrow gets sacked, but Will Campbell out there getting him killed. He'll have 14 pressures, and I think that might have just been in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Well, before we get to the Seahawks stats, it was heads. There was controversy saying how like Cooper Kupp said tails in the huddle.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
He
He
said
said-
heads. He said heads. I'm gonna pull up the clip
he
right
did say
now.
heads. Yeah.
No,
no, tails. No, he said tails.
He
No.
said-
Oh no, I think he said tails. It just sounded. It was just muffled. But
We'll
I'm pretty.
put a clip in to show you just in case.
Yeah,
but-
and I'll play like the actual version, then we'll play like the slowed down version, just so you guys could hear hear both. But I'm pretty sure he said tails.
Tails is the choice.
And with that, we get another controversy: the Gatorade color.
There was a little bit
It
of
was.
controversy
Oh,
before the
we're
Super
watching
Bowl
this.
season began.
Didn't
Some
realize we were
fans
doing this now.
convinced Cooper
Hold up, because
Kupp called heads, not tails
pissed
like the
when
ref
this
heard.
happened.
I
Even
think you
Joe
said-
Montana looked confused.
Tails is the choice.
See?
Tail.
Of
said
course, it
tails.
landed
Did you not
on
hear him
heads,
say
but it's not
tails?
like it mattered anyway.
I have no clue.
Anyway.
So there was a little bit of
But
controversy.
yeah, go ahead. Talk about the
All right.
Gatorade debacle.
The Gatorade, this is Gatorade Gate right here. So you know everybody puts in their bets before the Super Bowl what color the Gatorade is. Well, NBC decided, let's get a shot of the guy mixing the Gatorade on the sideline. So they showed the clip after the commercial, and there he is with the spoon, and he's stirring it up, and sure enough, it's yellow. They said there was an increase of bets between those 10 minutes and the end of the Super Bowl, where everybody was voting Gatorade to where they FanDuel got out of it, paying out the people.
That's right, because a lot of people were putting purple and like different colors, but
I had
just go
orange.
just go with the basic color.
I put yellow at 10 o'clock in the morning yesterday.
All right, we got something else to say about this.
Yeah, I was gonna say it sounds like Jam needs an electrolytes. He might be dying over there.
sponsor us. Anyway, Seahawks stats.
Before we say anything,
all right, go ahead.
All right.
2018 draft class. Who would have expected after the turnout that we got that Sam Darnold out of this draft class would be the first one with the Super Bowl? We got people such as Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold, I just said Sam Darnold, Josh Allen, Josh
Rosen.
Rosen,
Shout out Josh Rosen.
Lamar Jackson, and other quarterbacks such as yours truly, Mason Rudolph.
Well, to be fair, Sam Darnold was what the second or third pick in that draft to
Third
the
pick.
Jets. I
Third
mean,
pick.
he just like the story itself about the Jets ruining people's careers is so true because every single person that's either went to New York and came out of New York became successful. But if you go into New York, like poor Justin Fields, man. Yeah, like Sauce Gardner was not going to do anything with the Jets, but yeah, the Jets franchise is just poverty.
That's Adam Gase right there, though, for you. Sam Darnold's rookie year was spent with Adam Gase, the disgraced
Yeah,
offensive coordinator for the Miami Dolphins. And so the Jets said, hey, let's go grab that guy. And
Not
he
even
ruined
just
him.
that. Moving from there to then the Panthers.
to the being back up to
Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy, and then now winning the Minnesota. Minnesota lost faith in him after that 1 year. Had a great year. I think he went 14-3 with them as well.
But yeah, he did
threw
have a
six
bad
interceptions.
playoff.
in
He
that playoff
did have a
game.
bad,
Yeah.
did have a bad playoff game, but they after that one game lost hope, and now he's a Super Bowl champ with the Seahawks, which I think is their second franchise Super Bowl. I think we talked about it
Yeah.
last night. Obviously, that first one was against the Broncos, wasn't it?
Yep, where the Legion of Boom just beat the
Yeah.
living piss out of Peyton Manning. I mean, they scored, it was 41-8, and they just, every time Manning stepped back to throw, he was either getting sacked or throwing a pick. And that was the year Manning had 5,000 yards and 48 passing touchdowns.
And yeah, Sam Darnold, 19-38 passing. Maybe not great efficiency, but he had 202 passing yards and a touchdown to A.J. Barner, I'm pretty sure. And
That was
then
a beautiful play, just saying.
yeah,
Beautiful.
and I think he only got sacked I think one or two times throughout the entire game. I think I have it. Yeah, one sack. Patriots only sacked Sam Darnold one time. Obviously, the offensive line doing their job. So yeah, and then Kenneth Walker, 135, 27 carries. Yeah, I don't know. Cooper Kupp getting a second ring too is nice.
Now, does he retire after this year? Just
No.
go out like a champ?
No.
I don't know.
yeah.
I think
He's
I think
up there.
He has some time left. He has some fuel left in the tank. I think. He's obviously 61 yards in the Super Bowl. I think he should have been a Steeler, but
Amen.
Hey, back to
He don't
Sam
wanna
Darnold, man, and the Vikings. It just goes to show, like, your quarterback wins 14 games, and he obviously had a bad playoff performance, like we talked about. But like, you don't just let a quarterback like that walk. Like, he just won you 14 games and led you to the postseason.
and
That-
Sam
that's why the Vikings fired their general manager the day they made the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
and Sam Darnold, a big upgrade from Geno Smith.
Yes.
So
Yes.
let's see. JSN only 27 yards with 4 receptions, but he was injured. He
He was into the third.
Yeah, he went to the blue tent, went back to the locker room, and then he ended up coming back out and didn't do much after that. But I mean, having JSN back on the field and taking, like, even though he probably knew he wasn't going to do anything, but just taking away that one threat and opening up everything else for like Cooper Kupp, AJ Barner, and even Shaheed, even though he didn't have a great game, but just having JSN on the field and having all eyes on him just opens up everything else for everybody. And then obviously Barner had the one touchdown. For Sam Darnold, 4 receptions, 54 receiving yards. He had an insane game. Shaheed, kind of quiet, but yeah.
I feel these past Super Bowls have just been like tough watches. I'm not gonna lie, because last year, if you guys remember, Eagles Super Bowl, it was blowout.
Blow it.
That's
yeah.
what made it exciting, though, was because we were sick of seeing Mahomes.
We were, but like at a certain point, you're just like, okay,
Yeah.
what's the fun in this? Like
Yeah.
you're coming to Super Bowl to watch a game, and then because what? Think of the 2009 Cardinals,
Steelers.
Cardinals Steelers. Came down to the last 2 minutes.
San Antonio Holmes,
Like,
toe tap. That was crazy.
Some of the biggest games, and it's either like last year, we saw a blowout. This year, we saw nothing.
And then the Super Bowl with the Patriots Falcons was a blowout, and then they ended up coming back.
Then you get the 28-3. That's beautiful.
2016 realignment, not going to happen. Everybody thought it was going to, fourth quarter, coming in with what, 9 or 0 at the time, and you still end up with nothing at all. It was a slow burn for us because, like, yeah, you get hype at the interception.
Yeah.
with the concussed Drake May. So we'll talk about that in a second from my point of view.
Okay.
But like he was just throwing passes, and as soon like you get hyped for that interception that like kind of calls the game, gets him back in the 40-yard line. But like at that point, you're just like, why are we getting hyped over interception when the score is 15-0?
Yeah.
Man, you got to feel for Tyler Lockett, though. They draft him after they lost to the Patriots, and then he's there for 10 years. And the 1 year he leaves, they go and win the Super Bowl without
And
him.
not only that, they put him on the freaking Titans out of all teams.
And the
2004.
Raiders.
This is the
Yeah,
first
and the-
DK
oh, yeah, and the
Metcalf year
Raiders.
too without them.
Yeah, but, I mean, DK still got time to turn around and bring one back to Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
But Tyler Lockett, man, he's done for now.
from
And
his career, yeah.
even if they send him back to Seattle, they'll probably lose just because he's there.
And then, yeah, Seahawks defense obviously showing that they're one of the best. That 45-yard pick six,
Dark
and then
side, baby.
obviously their sacks as we saw. And then Ernest Jones had I think a game high of a 10 solo tackles, which is crazy. Ernest Jones is pretty old, isn't he? And he's still making
so.
plays.
Yep.
What was your point of view on that concussion pick or whatever you said?
So halfway through the fourth, I kept noticing a lot of things with Drake May. He's 26, actually quite not that bad. Ernest Jones.
He's only 26. I thought
Yeah.
he was older than that. I thought he was like 30.
I
wow.
noticed a lot of
Perfect.
things with Drake May going into the fourth quarter that the broadcasters did say, like, point out a little bit, but at certain points, like by the fourth or fifth sack, it took Drake May a second to get up. And yes, I know they have the Sky Cam to like tell people if they're concussed or not. But like after that, I think it'd be the fourth one. He just started to look rough. He looked like it wasn't towards like the 5-minute mark in the fourth quarter. He started to like throw stuff like decently, but he just struggled. He seemed like he struggled to find people, make plays throughout the entire fourth quarter. Then he got sacked the sixth time, and when he got up, the camera didn't really show it that well, but he went for his non-dominant hand. Now, as we've seen through like Josh Allen this season, you don't really need that hand to do stuff. But like by then, I feel like he had a semi decent head injury because of the plays he was doing. He was hurting, like he was holding his arm, and then what? The sixth sack, I think again, he limped off the field, and I think by the 5-minute mark, yes, he did look like the Drake May that we saw all season, but he just looked torn and like beat up, like he had serious injuries by then. Now it's the end of the season. They're not going to say much on if he's actually injured or not and stuff like that, because it's not like Bo Nix before AFC Championship
Yeah,
game.
that was bad.
But I just feel like they were killing Drake May, and it won't affect him now because yes, it's the end of the season. But if this was like last week and they let that happen, I don't think he'd be ready to start if there was a game this upcoming week. It seemed really rough.
The Cancun Bowl's this week, don't
Yeah.
forget.
Cancun
So-
Bowl is this
Imagine
week.
a world where we see the Broncos and the Seahawks. Do you think that's a different story if we see Bo Nix in the Super Bowl? Or do you think Seahawks are still going to dominate that
I
game?
think the Seahawks were the most dominant team this year.
I agree.
I disagree with that.
I don't know.
Before you say that, Sam Darnold is not the first quarterback to go 14.
Because Broncos, the Denver's defense is just
Yeah,
as good as
like their
Seattle's.
defense is too good, bro.
And look how much Seattle struggled against the Patriots. I think it would have been an even lower score had they played.
Yeah, all their points really came from field goals and that one defensive pick six. But they only had one touchdown. And I mean, 200 passing yards in any game is pretty good. But he only threw for 200 passing yards compared to Drake May's almost 300 passing yards. I don't know. I think it would have been a better game with the Broncos in the front seat. But
They were ranked
it's
second.
it's such a sad story seeing Bo Nix go down like that.
But with that, we got the 2025 season, 2026 season came to a close.
Yep.
But with that, though, we had the NFL awards on Thursday. So
Crap show.
this one,
Drewski.
Drewski.
Drewski
We'll get into that.
We'll get to that.
Drewski should never do.
But,
never, okay.
but
Yeah, we'll
pretty
get to it.
much, I mean, I agreed with pretty much all of everything up here.
Yes, I agree.
We'll talk about the one I disagree with the most.
Okay.
Whoa, because we have a big screen behind us now to show us our
We
stuff.
have upgraded. So
I disagree with one of them that's not that one.
All right, let's go through them all, and we'll give like the top 3 candidates that were like in a row. I mean, I just want to say all of them, and then after we go through all of them, you guys can talk about the ones that
ones
you
we
disagree with.
Yes.
So
with
go ahead,
that-
Jake. Start us off.
all right, we got the MVP.
I think we saved this one for last.
Oh, we say all right. Let's do
All right,
that.
here we
I
go.
think we start. I
We'll
think we
start.
from
We'll start bottom up.
Okay,
All
that's
all
fine. That's fine. Yeah.
With that, we have the Coach of the Year in Mike Rabel, where he received 19 votes. You had Liam Cohen in second with 16 votes. You had Mike McDonald with 8 votes. You had Ben Johnson with 1, and Kyle Shanahan with 6 votes.
And majority of these teams had a losing record last season, except for the Seahawks, who went 10-7 last year. But you have a coach like Vrabel and Cohen turning that program around and even Ben Johnson with the Bears, going from 4-13 and 5-12 to the Patriots, who were 14-3 as well.
Yeah, 3 and 14.
The Jaguars, who never were like a winning franchise until Duval. And Trevor Lawrence playing to his potential as well. Liam Cohen trusting in Trevor Lawrence, and then obviously Ben Johnson putting trust in Caleb Williams to make those big plays throughout the whole postseason. Then obviously Kyle Shanahan as well. Whatever. But I think the 3 most impressive, in my opinion, were Mike Vrabel, Liam Cohen, and obviously Ben Johnson, who had the losing records really bad last season. Do I agree with Mike Vrabel? Yes. But there's also talk that Liam Cohen could have won too, just because the Jaguars are never a winning franchise, really, besides that one stint with Blake Bortles. That's about it. But yeah, thoughts?
Yeah, no, I think they got it right. I mean, it was close between all these coaches except Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah.
I don't know why we put him on there. I think it's just a name that carries him. I think Vrabel was the way to go after we saw he sat a year out of coaching. He went to the Browns to be a linebackers coach.
Yep.
Liam Cohen turned around the Jacksonville Jaguars. Honestly, the Buccaneers should have fired Todd Bowles and kept him.
Yeah.
But that's a story for another day. Mike McDonald, again, a great pick. Should have been coaching the Ravens. They should have gotten rid of Harbaugh a while ago. Thank goodness they let him leave. Ben Johnson, another stellar pick right there. Everybody knew he could turn the Bears around. Everybody knew whatever team was getting Ben Johnson was going to turn around.
Make a big jump.
So, honestly, they got it right. I do, however, would like to put Ben Johnson in front of Mike McDaniel voting-wise, but you can make a case for all 4 of them, except Kyle Shanahan. I'm kind of disappointed in that one.
Yeah, I don't like that one.
So now we go to the next one.
Wait, hold up. GM, what's your opinion on
my
that?
opinion,
The
my
coach of the year.
Forgot about him.
I feel like they got it right. Vrabel went from the Titans being 4-13
Yeah, he's unstuck.
to leading the team to the Super Bowl in his first season as the head coach. So I feel like they got it right.
Now, real fast, this is where my unpopular opinion comes in. I think they got it wrong. I personally think Ben Johnson deserved this award, and it's because this season I did have to become an honorary Bears fan, and I had to watch those games. And the way that he actually turned that team around. Yes, Mike Vrabel and Liam Cohen are amazing stories, but if you would watch how intense those games were, and it came down to the last 4 minutes for 8 games this season for them, his offensive playing calls that he had on some of those plays were some of the craziest things I've seen. Trusting that young of an offense / putting all your trust in a defense, which we will talk about in a second. It was a crazy thing to do. And I think Ben Johnson flipped a franchise that has not seen the field in decades do anything, actually turn and make a team good. Because yes, Mike Vrabel, he's coming into an organization that does have 6 Super Bowls already. Liam Cohen, he's coming in with a situation that has Trevor Lawrence and Etienne, right? Did I pronounce that correct? Etienne. But you're coming in with Ben Johnson, who has Rome Odunze, a real nobody at a wide receiver one, with DJ Moore. DJ Moore, that as well. But
Luther Burden?
Luther Burden.
Come on now.
Wait, did you just call Roman Doozy a nobody?
Yeah, he did say that. That's why I was kind of shocked.
Because here's the thing.
Wow.
I
That
look
was
at
the
fantasy
first he
draft.
went pick number 9.
I look at a fantasy draft. He's not in the first 2 rounds for most people.
Well, no, duh, because he's.
Well, duh.
You see what team he's on?
Or DJ Moore.
DJ Moore was a
That doesn't
What are you
mean
talking
they're
about? DJ Moore
nobodies.
went round 2.
Did you
for me.
not watch Roman Doozy on the championship team with Michael Penix at Washington, buddy?
Who?
Okay.
Okay.
Whoa.
Hey,
Ben
chill.
Johnson deserved it. Some of the craziest play calling ever. I'm going to fight that till the day I die, just for this season.
I think these coaches were good besides Kyle Shanahan. Next one.
All right, with that, now this is the very first time they've done this. There's no really voting. I don't know how this one works, honestly.
I don't know either. I
But
just saw it happen.
The
They didn't
offensive,
even get the right award.
the offensive line, the offensive line pushed for this to be a thing, and it exists now. We have Protector of the Year award. That went to Joe Thuney on the Bears. Again, great choice. He's been in the league for so long. He's made a Super Bowl and conference championship almost every single year he's played in. He was stout for the Bears and helped redefine who they were as a team.
Yep.
Again, I don't know how this is voted upon or how it worked, but they got it right.
Yeah.
I just want to say I'm glad that the offensive line finally has some type of credibility, and like they're being awarded something that they deserve. Joe Thuney probably deserves it the most in the league.
Yep.
Highest guard passer rating in the last 5 years, I think.
Yep.
Did you not watch IU versus Oregon?
What?
MVP of that game was an O-lineman? Like, come on.
Alrighty, and our next award is Comeback Player of the Year. With that, we had CMC, Aiden Hutchinson, Dak Prescott, Trevor Lawrence, and Stephon Diggs. And the winner of that ballot with 31 votes was Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, dominated the year coming off of his injury. Hutch had an okay year.
14 and a half sacks. I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, from coming back from his leg
Deserved
literally being
it.
snapped in half.
Yep. Dak Prescott.
no.
Yeah, no. Trevor
Lawrence, yes, only because the Jaguars actually went to the playoffs and actually lost the first playoff game, but still made the playoffs with a decent record.
And Stephon Diggs,
No.
who even put him on the ballot.
That's why he has 0
Yep.
votes.
But yeah, I think Christian McCaffrey was the clear on-cut winner. Defensive Player of the Year, our nominees were Myles Garrett, Will Anderson, Nick Benito, Aiden Hutchinson, and Micah Parsons. It was unanimous. Myles
Yeah.
Garrett won the award, deserving 23 sacks.
Yeah, I don't know like how anyone on this list could even argue with that. He had like a record-breaking season.
He was on pace to shatter it and then ended up barely getting it, but that's just because dudes were triple teaming Myles
Yeah.
Garrett. And
Micah
it's
Parsons
it's
was
it's obvious Myles Garrett is one of the best defensive players we've seen in a very long time. Obviously, I would say since well, actually, maybe not since Michael Strahan because he just had the sack record, but Myles Garrett definitely is going to be talked about forever as one of the best edge rushers of all time.
Him and TJ Watt, obviously.
Yeah, this award was like a no-brainer.
And Myles
Like,
Garrett is still kind of young too. I don't like the Browns at all, but it would be nice to see Myles Garrett to actually win something
Other than an award.
other than
Yeah. Buffalo should have just traded for him when he wanted his contract extension and given
Yeah,
up 2 first-round picks. Again, if they were contending for Super Bowls, that'd be pick 32.
now he's contending on
Cleveland.
winning 5 games. Yeah.
And his defensive coordinator has just resigned recently, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the next one up on this list, we have Offensive Rookie of the Year
Snubbed.
with Tedorola McMillan,
Dominating.
Tyler Shuck, Travion Henderson, Jackson Dart, and Emeka Ibuka.
If
Now, our clear winner here with 41 votes
McMillan,
was
yeah.
McMillan.
Wrong.
Shuck came up midway through the season after what? Did Rattler get benched? Was that
Rattler
what-
got
Rattler
benched
got
for
Rattler
Shuck.
got
Yep.
benched for Shuck, and Shuck obviously showing
Why he was a second-round pick?
signs of,
He showed why
of
he could be the
hope.
future.
He's, like I said, still very young. Henderson,
very young. He's a 26-year-old freshman or a rookie.
like
Yes.
in NFL wise, like yeah, he's old, but like for NFL. But Travion Henderson, he was like this all year, so yeah.
And then he got benched in the playoffs.
Yeah.
But they're not supposed to value playoff performance when voting for these.
Yeah,
So-
Jackson Dart. I love Jackson Dart, but I mean, when you're with the Giants, it's kind of hard to win anything.
With all the injuries he was suffering through.
One thing
Yeah.
that really surprised me was that Ibuka got no votes at all.
If Ibuka didn't get hurt, I think he would have been up there more.
Injuries,
He started the season scoring a
good.
touchdown in every single game as a rookie, and was
He was
making
on pace
great
like
plays.
Completely fell off with the
But
production.
you have to
But
think,
even
though.
0 votes is kind of insane.
Because Mike Evans came back, Chris Godwin came back.
Yeah.
And then they went on that downhill spiral. The
but like
Bucks.
he still finished with like almost 1,000 receiving yards. He had like 982 or something like that.
He'll be back next year. He'll be back next year.
I think
I think
Ibuka's
he-
just the problem is he became a wide receiver 1 early, yes, and that
Yeah.
helped him. But when they're because he came on the depth chart wide receiver 3, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
something like that.
And
yeah.
then wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2 got out Mike Evans and Chris Godwin.
Godwin.
Yeah.
And then McMillan came back because Tampa also has a McMillan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he came back, and then Ibuka really went to wide receiver 4 by the end of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, because their good guys came back, and what did they do? Nothing. I'm not going to say that Tampa really crumbled at the end of the season, but going from Baker Mayfield for the first 5 or 6 weeks being MVP candidate numero uno, and then you lose your guys, and you have these young studs out there, and you like kind of fall off when
yeah.
your really good guys come back, your wide receiver 1 and 2. I can understand why Mbuka got 0.
But-
I think Shuck should have gotten it personally. If he would have started the entire season, I think
Yeah,
it'd be
he
a whole
probably-
Oh,
different conversation.
100%. He just didn't. McMillan played way more games than McMillan looked like the obvious, like the dominant rookie out of this class. But yeah, well deserved McMillan. I think they got that right.
No
And-
comment on the next one, by the way. I think it's the right pick.
And with that, we have the Defensive Rookie of the Year award.
Carson Schlesinger.
Nick Emery, James Pierce, Xavier Watts, and
Xavier
Abdul
Woods.
Carter. Now, the kid from the Cleveland Browns won with 40 votes. Personally, on this take, I think Nick Emwari should have won it. He is a safety that was playing corner, defensive end, linebacker. He lined up in every single position, and he dominated in every single position, which is why I think he brought more to his team than what's-his-face did. James Pierce,
No, I'm not gonna lie. Schlesinger was like an all-pro linebacker as a rookie, bro.
Yeah.
I know most people don't watch Browns games unless you're a Browns fan, but like he was like I watched a few Browns games because I just love football that much, and like he was just dominating the game, bro, as a rookie.
James Pierce scandal. We'll get to that
James
later.
Pierce, this was before the scandal. We'll get into that in a short.
I was checking
But
just in case.
He was dominant.
He had what, 10.5 sacks a season?
10.5. That was an Atlanta Falcons record. They finally got the pass rush they were looking for that they had been lacking the last few seasons. And, I think he should have had more than 2.
Yeah, I feel like the vote should have been closer.
Yeah.
I feel like Schlesinger should have had like
Cleveland winning anything but
30.
titles. Anyway.
Yeah. Xavier Watts, another Atlanta Falcons player. He
Yeah.
was a safety. He was pretty good. He
was,
did
yeah.
good. 2 votes. Got the recognition he deserves. Abdul Carter, I don't even know why he was on this
Only
list.
watch him not doing anything.
Yeah.
besides-
Yeah, he spent too much time then in the team meetings. Addiction's tough, man. So if you need help, hit my line. We'll get you over it. Get you in a nice rehab.
Not
He
hardball, baby.
didn't even have a sack, so I don't know why he's on
I
here.
don't know. He stunk it up this season. I'm not gonna lie.
I guess the name.
But I think Schlesinger deserved it. Emmanwari, however you pronounce it. I think they got the voting right for the most part on this one. But
James Pierce deserves it. Next question.
anyway, next
Okay.
we got the 2 biggest ones in my opinion in this award thingy. Yeah.
Alrighty. From there, we go up to the Offensive Player of the Year, where we had Jackson Smith and Njigba.
No, that's not how they pronounced it.
Anyway.
Yes, it was. Christian McCaffrey. I already pronounced the kid from the Browns' name wrong. We got Christian McCaffrey, Puka Nakua, Bijan Robinson, and Drake May. So with that, our winner for Offensive Player of the Year with 14 votes is Jackson Smith and Njigba.
Well
Pierce,
deserved.
tell us how it's done.
I guess on his behalf, Jackson Smith Njigba. Nigaba.
Also, tell me why the Emerald City route
Owner?
artist
Route owner, yeah, same thing.
is. He put up numbers we haven't
Crazy
seen
numbers.
forever.
Okay, this might be a crazy take. I know Bijan didn't win, but I feel like he should have had more votes. The guy had almost 2,000 all-purpose yards, 1,500 rushing, and almost 1,000 receiving.
It's just the Falcons were kind of booty cheeks towards the end, and
2,500
they weren't really.
all-purpose.
They were talking about him and CMC having like similar years, as in like performance-wise. But I think Bijan clears CMC. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can shoot me if I'm wrong, but I think Bijan clears CMC.
100%.
Honestly, I thought it was going to come down to Puka and JSN
Yeah,
at
but-
14 and 12, not CMC and JSN at 14 and 12.
Yeah. The only reason why, in my opinion, CMC is second is because of him coming back from injury. Obviously, we saw that from the comeback play of the year. But I think Bijan should be above CMC. Puka, it's debatable, but Bijan should be higher up.
I'm
Than,
not gonna lie, Puka just got force-fed, bro.
He did,
He was
yeah.
like the only receiver getting
He
like
was.
17 targets a game.
yeah, and then Drake May, it is what it is. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, speaking of Drake May, that leads us into our next category, the Most Valuable Player of the Year award.
Well deserved.
Now this
Well
one
deserved.
Now, this one came down to some controversy between some certain fans, which I'll announce first. We have Matthew Stafford, Drake May, Josh Allen, Christian McCaffrey, and Trevor Lawrence. And with our winner, with 24 votes, Matthew Stafford.
Well deserved.
With this, yeah, I have no complaints. I feel like
No.
Stafford deserved it. He was like the clear winner towards the end of the season.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he just played well. He deserved it.
Obviously, he's older, has more experience than second-year Drake May, and then maybe Josh Allen and Trevor Lawrence. But Matthew Stafford put up numbers like crazy numbers for how old he is. I mean, he's not old, but he is near.
30,
Yeah,
bro. He's
he's near retirement in NFL
30?
terms.
38.
What?
But being 38 and putting up these numbers and like leading your team to another Super Bowl.
Sorry about all these mishaps. We're having camera issues right now, if you can't tell. But where we left off is, guys, where's Jam?
He has a meeting.
All right,
he
Jam.
had to ditch us, so we don't have.
It's
Flying
A-okay.
Heaven Jam.
So
Never forget.
we're using one mic for two people and one mic for me, and then Jam has the other mics and the tripod that he did not bring, even though we were supposed to film today. But even if he knew he wasn't going to be there, he should at least told us last night and should have brought his stuff so we could still use it. But next episode we will have a real camera. So
Big dubs, big
Woo,
dubs.
upgrades,
Marketing's
people,
going on.
upgrades.
But we're gonna leave off. We're gonna
pick up
where we left off, which is the MVP. Now, yes, we got into a little bit, but we didn't get to really state our opinions.
It kind of just cut off randomly.
It did cut off randomly. So, for our knowledge, the MVP of this 2025 season was Matthew Stafford with 24 points. His follow-up was Drake May at 23. Josh Allen only got 2 votes. CMC was 0, and Trevor Lawrence was 0. As we said before, if it didn't cut out in time, I think this was the only correct pick so far for all of the awards. Statistics-wise, they don't lie. And yes, even though he did have the Devontae Adams at the 1-yard line, that's still hella impressive to actually do. You have to have the accuracy, you have to have the trust with the player. And yes, it did score him every time, but just think of that as their tush push. And the tush push gets praised all of the time. So I have no issues with this at all. His daughters were adorable. It's questionable with the names, as they seem like they were all boys' names.
Oh, I don't even know any of his girls' names. But
Like I said, big W from my part. And boys, what do you got to say?
Very good pick with Matthew Stafford. That was a correct call in my opinion. I know they're not supposed to vote on playoff and postseason games. Drake May in the Super Bowl proved why he really wasn't that deserving compared to Matthew Stafford, who had a average defense and managed to get into shootouts with the Super Bowl winning champ Seattle Seahawks 3 times this season.
yeah, I think I said this before the camera cut out, but a 38-year-old Matthew Stafford winning MVP with all these young, talented quarterbacks is pretty insane. There could have been an argument for Drake May, but obviously Matthew Stafford, he had the pieces to get it done with Puka having a crazy year. Devontae Adams, like you said, who had a stint where he was scoring 2 to 3 touchdowns every game for like 2 to 3 games. But yeah, this was well-deserved Matthew Stafford. What's next for him? I don't know. Maybe he might stay. I don't know. How many more years do you think he has left until he's done? Do you think he's going to try to win one more Super Bowl? Or I would hope he would try to win one more Super Bowl.
I think
but
too. I think that he'll tell the Rams to start getting ready and to draft a young quarterback he can mentor. I think he's not going to leave the Rams out of nowhere. He'll give them a little warning, a season or 2, to kind of get prepared for the up and coming. Because the way he's connected with his teammates and the way they're all succeeding, obviously he would want to give them hope. They want to continue to make it onto the playoffs and even another Super Bowl victory. So he'd want to leave his teams on good terms.
I don't know. I think the backup is Stetson Bennett, is it not? So I would definitely.
Garoppolo.
Oh, is it
He's the
Garoppolo?
third stringer, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, even Garoppolo's pretty up there in age too. So yeah, I would definitely want to try to get. And Stetson Bennett is not. He might be a third-year guy, but he's also 28 as well. He was, older, but like 8 years with Georgia. But I would go in there, draft a decent. You can get a decent backup quarterback, and I don't know what pick they have in the draft, but
They got 2.
they have 2 in the first round.
Atlanta's first round pick, which is like number 11, and then they have their own, which is like 26.
Oh yeah,
Now,
you could easily draft a quarterback in that.
di-
Yeah.
I could see them taking. That would be the only way Drew Aller goes in the first round, is if
Yeah,
the
I don't-
Rams want to take Stafford's replacement.
I don't think they would pick a quarterback in the first round, but the quarterbacks are so weak in this draft class that it's kind of, which we touched on last episode, but
There was rumblings that they were in talks with the Raiders
really.
to trade for the first overall pick.
Wow. I mean, yeah, that is true. They don't have to just draft a young quarterback. They could also go out and try to like trade for one or sign one in the offseason, but there really is not many quarterbacks that they could choose from, to be honest.
Rams have the 13th overall pick, and they're looking like they're picking up Spencer Fanu from Utah.
Yeah, offensive
That's a good
line.
pick.
We also we're supposedly looking at as well.
No way Cornell Tate's projected to go to Baltimore. I'd be pissed if he goes to Baltimore.
They actually had him going to the Giants earlier, so these mock drafts are all over the place.
Yeah, they are.
I make the best
Arvo
ones
Reese at
personally.
number 2? Holy.
Like we said, we're gonna have a huge draft video coming up very soon,
Yep,
talking
yep.
about opinions with the Steelers and then how we feel the draft's just gonna go.
Wait, you're going?
I will
you
be
should,
going, yes.
You
So
should try
there's
to.
gonna- like we said, there's gonna be two different perspectives.
You should try to vlog it.
There's gonna be my perspective,
That'd be-
which is gonna be the vlog for our perspective, which would be the vlog.
And then from home,
And
watching
then
it from
we'll
TV.
Have him and Jam have their own perspectives. But I would love personally, yes, I said my big thing about Fernando coming to the Steelers, but a team like LA, you already have the pieces. Yes, Devontae is going to retire when Stafford retires. So
Yeah,
in his
100%.
speech you heard, he did say he's going to have one more kick-ass year at least with the Rams, which grateful to hear. He's, as you can see, he's still looking young. Still looking young out there on the field. So
And his deal was 3 years. He's got 2 left.
so it's really good. I feel I could see this year possibly picking up maybe a 3rd, 4th round quarterback, maybe dropping Bennett or Garoppolo, as Garoppolo is hitting 35.
He's 34. That's insane.
So, and then maybe next year having to go for a new wide receiver 2 to fill in with Puka Nacua / maybe trading. So, but to answer the first question we said, Matthew Stafford was well deserving of this MVP, and the Rams have a bright future ahead of them in my eyes. I would say.
Yeah, I think the NFL awards was they got most of it right. Maybe besides 1 or 2 that could have been either or. Whoops. But yeah, what do you got? What should we grade the NFL awards? It's kind of like a group grade of what the NFL awards.
The actual show, I'm gonna give like a C-.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we already played the clip of Drewski saying
We already
GSN's
played-
name
yeah,
wrong.
We already played the Kripajewski, but overall the awards
A-.
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 I agree. All right.
I feel like everything was either a huge blowout or really close,
Mm-hmm.
and we've all said our opinions. The only one we did get to talk about was comeback player of the year, and I thought that was Dak Prescott. But we're not going to go into that because we have so much more to cover. But overall,
there
I
was-
feel like A- for us.
There was 4 awards that was basically not unanimous, but was not even close. And then you had 1, 2, 3 that could have been up in the air between 2 to 3 people. So
I did not see the truth in CMC being second for that award.
for what? Offensive player of the year.
JSN, I feel, had it for a mile. Now, yes, he did have a great year, and you can see that from the comeback player of the year. He is definitely high in the running for that because hell of an injury last year that had him tweaked out every week because you'd have hearings over here saying he will come back this week, then the official thing saying no. So definitely deserving of comeback player of the year. But offensive player of the year / MVP, I did not really see him anywhere in those.
That's why he was second overall for offensive player of the year, just because he was hurt last year and he came back and had a great year. But like I said, Puka, like we said earlier, Puka and Bijan could have been an argument for second, even first place. But JSN the Seahawks did end up going to the Super Bowl, so that was also a main. Even though they said the playoffs didn't really determine who won the
I don't think they did.
who
at
won,
all.
but the Seahawks were the Seahawks were dominant all year. So
If they would have did it off of playoffs, Drake May's past 2 performances, absolute.
Yeah.
Bleep that out, yes, but that's the best way to put it. Because I made the joke in our last episode. You saw him putting 13 against the Broncos defense, which was ranked best defense in the league, but being
Yeah.
only putting up 12. Was it 12 or 13?
13 against Seattle.
13 as
13.
well. Sorry, I was thinking.
yeah,
of your
29 to 13 was the final score,
I
which we
was
talked about
thinking,
earlier.
You know what? His prediction, but
Oh, yeah.
just overall, I knew Drake May was going to bust underneath pressure. And yes, he's a second year, but I'm so thankful to the Seahawks. You don't know the blessing that comes to these 3 Steelers fans. Ben Roethlisberger still being the youngest,
NFL quarterback to win a Super Bowl.
Steelers still being number 1 with medals because yes, I'm not doing recency bias.
Medals. With Super Bowl,
Lombardi's.
yeah,
I've been
Lombardi.
watching the Olympics. That's a whole different episode we have coming
Oh,
up.
yeah,
The
I
US
forgot-
has
I
2
forgot
goals,
about
We
that.
up top, we straight. But
Yeah, we'll
overall-
save that for a different video. That's
overall, to wrap it up, NFL awards, I think they did great this year.
Alrighty.
now
moving on.
let's segue into the Hall of Fame.
Yep, 2027 first overall picks are going to be Le'Veon Bell, Ben Roethlisberger, and the one and only, the best wide receiver of all time, Antonio Brown. They will all be inducted next year. No Dubai instances or nothing like that.
I
will be
don't
involved.
know if Antonio Brown will be inducted. For
I think we'll be eligible for Cracker of the Year award.
Yeah,
by then.
yeah.
We might get a shout out in his speech.
All right, Jake, read us the NFL
Alrighty.
Hall of Fame class of 2026.
Introducing this year's NFL Hall of Fame class, we have Larry Fitzgerald of the Cardinals, Drew Brees of the Saints, Luke
Pit
Kuechly
legend.
for the Panthers, Adam Vinatieri for the Colts, and last but not least, he's been waiting for a very, very long
Very
time.
long time.
Roger Craig from the San Francisco 49ers. Now, this was actually his last year eligible to make it, so good to see him on the list, guys. Let's give him a round of applause.
Yeah, you have all these players who like were very big in the 2010s and obviously the 2000s as well, like leading up to the 2010s. Then you just have Roger Craig. So, well, I guess Adam Vinatieri could also be argued with that, but he also was in the league for a super long time. Yeah, I think this is a well-deserved Hall of Fame class, very stacked Hall of Fame class. Larry Fitzgerald, who was with the Cardinals his whole entire career. Was Drew Brees? He was with the Saints for his whole career.
No, he was a Charger. He
Chargers.
started off as a Charger.
Charger, and then he got
He got cut, actually, from the Chargers. And then Nick Saban wanted him on the Dolphins, and they failed his physical, so he went to New Orleans.
And had a great career there, winning Super Bowls. Luke Kuechly, shorter career, but also very dominant with the Panthers. Adam Vinatieri, one of the best kickers of all time. And then I don't know much about Roger Craig, to be honest with you, but
First player to have 1,000 yards rushing and 1,000 yards receiving.
Really? Okay.
He was CMC before CMC was even a thought.
yeah, I'm not gonna. This is one person I have no information
Very
on.
dominant. And the running back position wouldn't be as versatile as it
Without-
is today.
He
without
walked
that
so
running
Christian
ball.
McCaffrey could sort of run.
Yep.
Give me a second, guys, because I think someone else should have been in this draft class.
Oh, geez.
He was already in that. He's already in.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
He's in the.
Now, some notable names that were left off this draft, this Hall of Fame list was Eli Manning, Frank Gore,
Oh yeah, Frank Gore was a big topic.
Torrey
Yeah.
Holt's waiting again,
Torrey Holt.
Hines Ward's waiting again.
Too long.
Terrell Suggs was left off, shockingly. I thought Terrell Suggs was going to get left off. And finally, our last first-time eligible person who was left off, who most certainly should have been first ballot Hall of Fame, is Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick was left off of the ballot in his first year of eligibility because 11 of the 50 voters opposed him. To be eligible, you need 80% of the votes, which would be around 40 votes out of the 50. Many sources have speculated that the reason for the blockage was due to the 2007 Spygate scandal. Although this is a stain on his legacy, you cannot defy the man's resume. 6-time Super Bowl winning coach, technically 8 if you count his 2 as the defensive coordinator for the Giants. 3-time Coach of the Year. He's got 296 wins, 11 consecutive division titles. And with that, the Hall of Fame announced it will be looking into the votes to see if personal bias against Belichick was played a role in this snubbing. Obviously, many speculate that it was the Colts' former general manager who is known to hate the Patriots because they knocked out Manning and his Colts every single year. So, although he's come out and said it wasn't him, many are saying that he started the movement that led to the blockage.
Yeah, in our one class with Dr. Crow, he asked us if Bill Belichick was like if this was the right choice, and like most people were like, yes, it was the right choice because of how he cheated and stuff, and
That's right.
and that's what they're looking into as why he's not into the Hall of Fame. But I mean, if you look at his resume, bro, like you're telling me not like obviously he's a Patriots, and when the Patriots were kicking Steelers, that like those times, it was sad to see, but you have to give credit where credit's due. I mean, how many other coaches have at least tried to cheat? Well, at least one time. Like you're telling me,
Sean Payton.
yeah,
Not his wife.
you're,
Sean Payton and Bounty Gate. There was another one. I don't know.
but like I know his was the most obvious form of cheating by deflating the balls and stuff like that. But like oh my gosh, bro, like Bill Belichick, I don't know, he walked so all the other coaches could run. You know what I mean?
I'm taking all of the new coaches, especially Mike McDaniel, over Bill Belichick.
Bro,
No.
I mean, as a Steelers fan, like obviously we don't want Bill Belichick to succeed, at least whenever he was playing Pittsburgh. But I mean, Bill Belichick, like there's no football talk without Bill Belichick being involved, and yeah, obviously had a very rough time with UNC this past year,
And
but
girlfriend slash wife slash
yeah,
fiance
slash
granddaughter.
yeah, granddaughter, whatever. But yeah, I don't know. Leave us your thoughts down in the comments about what you guys think about Bill Belichick, and do you think he should have been in the Hall of Fame, or do you think he should have been left out like he did this year? Will we ever see him in the Hall of Fame?
Give it a year.
I think obviously the answer would be yes, but the question is when will it happen? Like, will this controversy like keep going on year by year, and will we keep having to talk about Bill Belichick being left off? I don't know, but I think next year at least next 3 years he should get in. If not, then shame on the NFL, because no matter what, Bill Belichick, is one of the most winningest coaches in the NFL. So
Yeah, with that, the Hall of Fame switched to now when they vote, everybody has to be in person.
Yeah.
There's no more mail in, whatever they do, send it virtual, email, type ballot. They're switching to in person, sit around the conference table voting.
all right,
Off of that, though, next year's draft class, I feel is.
Hall of Fame class.
I hate my job.
AP.
I think it's already set for next year, which is kind of crazy because some names just include, as you just heard, Adrian Peterson, Rob Gronkowski, Ben Roethlisberger. Who else?
Richard Sherman,
Richard
Antonio
Sherman.
Brown, Le'Veon Bell
Cam Newton,
Frank Gore.
from last year.
Oh, I'm sorry, but Cam Newton's not getting in the Hall of Fame
Terrell
next year.
Suggs, Willie Anderson,
Torrey Holt.
Like it's gonna be.
These are people that have been waiting already. Though those last three names you mentioned.
The most recent one would be Gronk, would it not?
Big Ben, Gronk, AP, they all retired
Yeah.
at the same time.
Did they?
This is all
Okay.
their first year.
Oh, and Richard Sherman, I guess too.
Yeah, because he went to the Buccaneers that last
Yeah.
season.
So I can totally see Belichick making it, but at the same time with a class like that,
It's stacked.
not making it.
Yeah, leave us your thoughts on who do you think will be in the I almost said Super Bowl, the Hall of Fame next year. Obviously, we still have a while, but yeah, that was the whole Hall of Fame class, and then the whole controversy with Bill Belichick. But yeah, this is a very successful NFL Hall of Fame class of 2026. So
Can we see Manning in it ever? Eli.
Eli's, yes, I think so. Eventually, he has
think if we
to.
get a really weak class, he'll be one of those ones that wait maybe 5 to 10 years. I don't see him waiting longer than that.
Yeah.
But I also wouldn't be surprised if he has to wait a little longer for one of those weaker classes to show up.
Well, another one is Phil Rivers, right? Because since he came back, his whole thing.
He fricked himself over.
He because he could have been in probably for next year's class, but since he came back, he kind of
was this year.
he
And
kind of
he
reset.
was a finalist too to make it. Like he made it past the first round to be selected, and now he's got to wait. But maybe that was a smart play by him because maybe that class will be weak.
Yeah,
And
so
retire
it's
this year.
wait, when? How long does it have to be until he could?
5.
5. Ooh,
So
yeah.
who's
I'm
gonna
sorry,
retire
Phil.
this year? You got-
I'm sorry, Phil. But low key, if he ends up getting an NFL job eventually, that
Calais
could.
Campbell, that's about it. It's the only player retiring this season. Maybe.
Is that confirmed, Calais Campbell, with the Cardinals?
Yeah, this was his last season.
Oh wow.
It's not confirmed yet, but that
He was really old.
he went back to Arizona to run it back. But you do have Phil Rivers,
Ooh.
Calais Campbell, and
Adam Thielen, his
No,
first year.
Yeah.
Adam Thielen, and what about Cam Hayward? Is still undecided yet.
Cam Hayward's undecided.
There was a cryptic Instagram post that he put of a book closing. So
a
is this?
dusty book at that.
Yeah, a dusty book that he is very dusty.
Jimmy Graham, Amari Cooper, Derek Carr, Anthony Barr.
I don't
Amari-
think half those names are.
I don't think
Getting in.
half.
Jimmy Graham, I thought he's been retired. Where has he been?
He went to New Orleans like last season, didn't he?
Did he? I don't.
He
Did he?
played. He came out of retirement and played, didn't he?
Oh, that's
Or he played
Yeah,
for somebody recently.
Darren Waller.
No,
He's
he's
not.
back in.
He's still he's coming back.
And he's not going to make the Hall of Fame.
No.
I think this is.
What about Jordan Travis?
Masterclass.
What about Jordan Travis? He retired. He had to retire due to a leg injury.
Travis Kelce, if he retires this season.
I don't think he will. I think he'll
His blood.
he's he's gonna want to have one more solid year with Mahomes before he retires. I think.
But there is no Mahomes next year.
Is he out for the whole? I
Well,
know.
he's going to wait a while. To
I know.
come back.
I know his ACL was very really recent, but oh wow.
So what? You got to just stay retired until he comes back and then unretire?
No, will the
At
Chiefs?
week 6?
Will the Chiefs pick up a new quarterback? I don't know. It's for a different time whenever that does happen. But
We'll be ranking what every team.
I should know because they got because Minshew tore his ACL too.
No,
so
no,
they,
no, that was a bone bruise.
It did come out
It
later.
did come out that he did not, in fact, tear it. It
Oh,
was intact. Yeah.
oh, okay. Whew.
Crazy 2 games.
Because they're so quick to say they tore their ACL as soon as a leg injury. I mean that's what you should assume, but yeah, they were so quick to say he tore his ACL.
Take time.
Oh my Lanta, it's rigged.
Dude,
Roger Goodell, get your crap together.
A top 10 pick for the Chiefs in 2026 is actually insane.
I don't know. I think they need it. They have a lot of holes. They got tackle holes. They got defensive ends.
This
They
team is
got
all to hell.
tight ends.
Yeah,
Wide receivers.
the poor Commanders,
The
bro.
poor Commanders. That was.
They'll never be good. Besides that one time last year that they
Sam
went on their
Hartman, Notre
run.
Dame legend. Shout out to QB4.
No, Marcus Mariota.
Marcus Mariota.
He's
QB2.
also old. He's also old.
So yeah, this was our ranking of everything in the Hall of Fame class, the NFL awards, and how we felt about the bummy Super Bowl. For next year, predictions, boys, for who's going to be in the Super
Ooh,
Bowl. We will have
okay.
a full breakdown later in another episode.
Yeah.
But
There was.
right now,
I saw an Instagram post of like the different colors.
We
and
ain't
stuff.
doing the
Pop it
color
up.
thing. We ain't
we'll
doing
pop it
this.
up right here.
We're not doing the color thing.
Yeah, but I'm not going based off that. But you know me, Steelers.
That was Miami's colors. Anything.
Yeah.
We know they ain't winning
I
the
hope.
damn Super Bowl.
I hope. Okay, what I hope is a Steelers, Packers Super Bowl if Aaron Rodgers comes back.
We'll see Steelers and Lions. I think
Yeah.
Dan Campbell will get his act
But
together.
who do I think it's gonna be? Low key, I could see the Seahawks going back. I'm gonna go Seahawks again. Going up again. You know what? Give me the returning Broncos. The Broncos will come back and bounce back. Seahawks, Broncos, which the Super Bowl should have been. That's such a cop-out answer, but that's what I'm going with.
I don't think it'll be the Seahawks. I think the NFC is just too competitive. Honestly, I can see the Bears.
Give me the Jets.
Give me the Bears.
Ooh,
and the
yeah,
Colts.
I like the Bears.
And
Bears,
if you're
Colts.
watching, don't listen to my pick then. It's not going to be the Bears.
NFC Bears. Let's see. I'm gonna go. Okay, low key. I'm gonna copy Jake. I'm gonna go Bears for the NFC, and then for the AFC, I could see. Oh man, the AFC looks so weak right now. Just looking at all these teams.
So with that being said, give me Bears, Bills. Truthfully,
Bears, Bills. Okay, give me Bears, Steelers. Final answer, and come back on February 10th at 11:40. Steelers, Bears. You'll see it next year.
I'm
Next
going
year,
to
not next
give
week.
you guys a crazy one. I'm going to give you guys Steelers Seahawks because I think Seahawks are coming off of a banger year. Now, colors-wise, if I see colors-wise, I'm seeing Saints and I'm seeing Dolphins.
Saints have
Now,
no
remember,
chance.
guys,
I'm
I'm colorblind.
sorry. Are you actually? No, you're
So-
not. Are you actually?
Floor drop to the boys.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm colorblind. So I'm seeing gold and teal. So I'm like I said,
it's
I'm,
definitely orange, but
I'm colorblind. So
That definitely is a Dolphins Super Bowl.
the Dolphins Super Bowl. But we all know they ain't making it.
hey, this goes back to episode 1. Like I've been saying, no, Lamar Jackson trade to the Miami Dolphins, and then
0% chance that happens.
dropping wide receiver 1 for Brandon Ayuk, Miami Dolphins this year. See a crazy flip with I'm gonna think of Arch Manning. Quinn Ewers at the back.
Quinshaw Junkins at the backup.
Tua Tagovailoa is going to the Minnesota Vikings. So crazy stuff coming up. But yeah, this was another episode of Corner Booth Sports, and we will see you next time to talk NBA trade deadline.
Leave a like and subscribe.
Leave a like and subscribe.
And comment.